First, I need to set up my microphone. So if you'll give me 1 second to do that, I will be right with you. Oh, there we go. All right, so we are in the Ekimai of Kawasaki Daishi. I'll spin you around so you can see what I'm looking at. And we're on our way to the temple. This is the main temple of Kawasaki. Uh, I wish I had some facts for you, but once we get there, I'll be able to tell you a little more. This little street uh, is pretty cool because when the temple has festivals, this little street comes lined with food carts, lined with drink and delicious treats, candied apples, candied fruits. Hey, welcome to the stream. We are on our way to Kawasaki Daishi. It is just down there at the end of this little bit, but I thought the street was kind of cool, so I wanted to give you a look at it. Hello! Hello, sis. How's it going? We are in Kawasaki, and we are walking to Kawasaki Daishi. These cool lanterns everywhere. This walk will take us about 5 minutes, so we're close. But I want to go ahead and start the stream so people would have time to join before we actually get to the temple. If you missed it earlier, we were walking around Kawasaki Station. This area is it's a lot shorter than I thought it was. It's only 3 minutes by train. This is the backside of the temple. We will be going in the front so we get the full view of it. But as you can see, we're right here. Uh, so Lord Ickingham says, go into a bar. I would love nothing more than to go into a bar, but it's not even 10 a.m. here, and those bars don't open. Local bars don't open until 5. By the time I could go into a bar, you guys will all be asleep. So I do these streams in the morning so that people can watch uh, while they're awake. I would definitely be making some short form videos. Actually, I streamed from a bar last night, no, Sunday night, but it was so loud that people couldn't hear me, so the stream was kind of short. I'll try doing it again. I think if I had my headphones, I didn't have my headphones because I thought I could just use the onboard mic on my phone, but apparently it was too loud and people couldn't hear what I was saying, so I kind of cut it short. But here we are. The rain has let up. It's not really raining right at the moment. Just a couple of little sprinkly bits, but right now it's just overcast. And at least that's keeping the sun off of you. It gets so hot when the sun's out. So that's why I'm trying to do these walks in the morning so that we can kind of avoid the heat of the day. There's what we call a mommy cherry. It's a bike that has a child seat on the front and the back. And the slang mommy cherry comes from the word of mom's chariot. So the slang here in Japanese is mommy cherry. You see those all over the places. That's the way they get their kids back and forth from school, after school events, things like that. All right, if you can see way down there, there's a little gate. That's where we're headed. I wanted to get this stream up and running because it takes a minute for people to be notified and for folks to be able to switch on. So I wanted to give everyone a chance. Yeah, there are so many awesome things around here. so much stuff I want to show you guys. I can't do it all in one day, so there will be more of these live streams coming. Next weekend, I will be headed to a camping rock festival, a hippie jam band rock festival up in the mountains of Nagano. And depending on what kind of cell service they have up there, whether or not they have Wi-Fi or if I can get some cell service, I'll try to live stream some events. I'm going with one of my buddies who's in a band, and he's asked me if I could live stream his show. So hopefully we might be able to have that set up, but right now it's unknown as to what kind of cellular service will be available. So I will be making a video. I will be videotaping and editing a video for the channel all about the road trip, because that's what this channel is all about. We are not called American Tour Heads in Japan for nothing. So we will be going on one of our very first car tours. Usually you go by train. The train's easier to get to, but this place has no train station, so we will be going by car. So this sign says Kawasaki Daishi Iraguchi. Iraguchi is the entrance. So we are at the Kawasaki Daishi. Entrance to the main temple is just around the corner here. So there's Mommy Cherry again. So these temples, they in the past they were built for pilgrimages. People would come from long distances to go to their temple in order to say their prayers, do their due diligence as religious folk. And so because of that, all the temples have these long shopping streets in the front of them, so that when you come to the temple, you can get souvenirs for your friends who couldn't make it, get food, get drinks, get cigarettes. So we're going to take a uh, quick walk down the street here. Try not to get run over by cars in the middle of the road here. And these are called nakamize. Naka meaning middle, and shop. Mise meaning shop. So, ohayou gozaimasu. So these are called nakamise. And they're these shops that you encounter. Right now, like I said, it's early. So a lot of these places are not open yet. But this place selling sweets has opened. You can see there's quite literally nobody here. So these folks are standing out waiting for someone to come along like me. Ohayou gozaimasu. Hi, hi. Arigato. They're trying to get me to take samples, but because I get my hands full, it's going to be kind of difficult. Maybe we'll stop back by there on the way back. It's always a little weird when you're live streaming. You don't know if it's okay, if they mind being on camera. So, ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou gozaimasu is a formal way of saying good morning. So I'm wishing these people in their shops a good morning as I walk by, trying to garner a little good favor so that they don't look at me strange as I'm a foreigner with a camera in my hand. Now here's the main gate. This is the main gate to the temple grounds. And you can see they have the giant lantern hanging there. Over here on the left, you can see the 5-tiered pagoda, which is one of the signature features of these types of temples. Now, I'm not exactly sure the function that takes place in the 5-tiered pagoda, but Sensoji Temple in Asakusa, which is Tokyo's main temple, has one as well. And they're just so beautiful to look at. Some of the shops nearby. Now, we're going to go check out these sculptures here. These sculptures are here to ward off evil spirits, to keep the bad spirits from entering the temple grounds. and they are fierce. As you can see, this guy, he's got his sword and a spear, and the Japanese version of a heavenly halo around his head. But these guys would guard the temple. You can see he's watching the entrance to make sure that no evil slips past. And the big gate would let everyone know that they are indeed entering the temple grounds. Here's a monk going to his daily duties. And on this side, we have another guardian. Yarr. They look fierce. They are indeed fierce. Uh, Sometimes they're lions. This guy, look at his eyes. Sometimes they're lions, sometimes they're fierce deities, but this is all very common for this type of temple. Here you can see a photograph of another one from a different temple. So let's go on in. Here's a good look at the lantern. This thing is huge. It might not show it so well on camera, but this thing is huge. If we were to go right up to it, that's how big my hand is, right up next to it. You can see how big this lantern is. And on the inside, on the way out, we have another guardian who watches over the grounds and makes sure no evil this way passes. Okay, so that's the gatehouse. These gatehouses serve as an entry, a boundary of the grounds, and to let you know that you have entered the holy place. Now, over here, what we have, these are people's prayers and wishes. They will come here, they will make a wish, make a prayer. You can buy these little placards. They're not very expensive, they're pretty cheap. And on the front's got a picture of Buddha, and on the back you write your wish, you write your prayer, and you hang them here. And then during a big event, they will take all of these and put them in a big bonfire and send the wishes and prayers up into the atmosphere with the smoke. And same thing with these little things. You buy them, and they have inside. They have fortunes. Some of them are good, and sometimes you get some that are bad. But you take them, you tie them here, and again, when they have the big festival and the big bonfire, they put them in and they burn them. Over here we have a mini temple that is set up. I'm not really exactly sure what the purpose of this little temple is, but each of these temples have a different kami, a different reason that you would come to them and make your prayers, make your wishes. We saw in our previous live stream that people come and they offer sake. So here are a couple of jars of sake that have been offered up to the kami in hopes of good fortune, hopes that their wishes will come true. These big stone lanterns are awesome. They they're little houses, but inside they'll light a fire. And it's to keep the wind and the rain from putting the torches out, so that you could see your way in the dark. They also serve as like road marks, landmarks. for you to find the road and keep on your way. And over here we have yet another little temple. And it's got on the inside, it's got fresh flowers, freshly cut greenery. And then over here is the omiyage, the souvenir area. It's still early, so it's not really up and running yet, but it looks like the front might be open. Let's walk back around this way and have a little. So over here is where you would wash your hands before you pray. This is where you purify yourself before you go into the temple. You take the water, wash your hands off so that any outside dust or dirt isn't tracked in. You know, the Japanese, they're all about cleanliness. So these are, at almost every temple there will have one of these where you come, you take the little bamboo ladle, you scoop it out, and the process goes, you wash your left hand first, then you wash your right hand, and then with the water on your hands, you wipe your mouth. And that's all in order to purify your deeds and your actions and your speech. Kawasaki Daishi hosts a wind chime festival. It's not going on right now, but here are some of the types of wind chimes that they will have. They make a lovely sound. Before we go to the main temple, let's check out some of these statues around the grounds. These lovely ladies are playing different types of instruments. We've got one playing cymbals, we've got one playing a lyre, a harp, and in the back there's one playing trumpets, horns of some sort, and then the multi-armed goddess in the front, right next to the five-tier pagoda. These little lions are called shinsa, and they also guard against evil spirits. We actually have two little porcelain ones in our entryway in our house that sit and make sure no bad spirits get into the house. It's a fun little superstition. I'm not sure exactly how much I believe that they can keep evil out, but hey, every little bit helps, right? Here we have more aji, or hydrangeas. These are very popular in Japan. And we have a hato. Hato is Japanese for pigeon. Hello, hato. Prr, prr. Days, these grounds are filled with food carts, food huts, lots of little souvenirs and games for the kids. One of the big ones is trying to catch a goldfish with a little scooper net that you can then take home and have as a pet. But right now, it seems to be the off season. Not much going on right now. So why don't we go over here and check out the main temple? Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for walking around with me. And if you're watching this at a later date, thanks for clicking and checking out Kawasaki Daishi with me on this rainy Tuesday morning. Oh, I will wash my hands for you. I will do that for you. Let's go over here. I'm gonna have to set the camera up so that I can have my hands free. But I think there might be a place for me to do that. Hope it's not disrespectful. Alright, so we'll set this right here. Turn it around here. So first, you take the ladle, you wash your left hand, you wash your right hand, and then wipe your mouth. And I happen to actually have a towel, so that works. And then I take your tip. And so after I dry my hands off, we'll continue up to the temple. And give these folks some peace so they don't feel that we're bugging them while they're doing their spiritual things. So over here, you can't smell it on camera, but over here is a giant incense urn. And this is to purify your head. It's got a giant glowing ember in the center. Now, I'm not going to get all up inside the temple. I think that would be a little disrespectful with the camera. But we'll stand down here in the front, and maybe we can zoom in a little bit and catch some of this. From the front porch, but I don't think I want to go inside. I'm not sure that would be very polite. I'll give you a look. Usually the insides of these, usually the insides of these temples have a strict no camera policy, so we'll just peek in and not go inside. doors are truly massive. And over here, off to the side, is a place where you can buy omamori. Omamori are protective talismans that you wear on your bag, and you can get them for health, for children, for studying. Uh, they're a lot of fun to collect. I have a bunch of them, but you're supposed to kind of be faithful to just one temple and just one omamori. Uh, and then at the end of the year, you give it back. You give it back to the temple. They put it in the big bonfire at the end of the year, and you buy a new one. And all the money goes to help keep the temple in shape and help to pay the folks who work here. But you can see their situation, and they put a white bows. Actually, in the back is a long white loop that you can hang from your bag. You can also buy these scrolls, little mini scrolls that have prayers on them and stuff. All right, so let's move on. We've got another building over here that looks really interesting. Again, it's another temple, another shrine that you can go to and say prayers for your family, for your children, for good test results, for safe driving for an upcoming trip. Again, the 5-story pagoda. Of a lot of festivals and also a seminary school. So over there is a more modern building that houses the offices and the classrooms for the monks who come here to study. Um, Speaking of, here's a monk coming out right now, likely headed over to morning prayer or maybe classes. Let's head on over here. I hope my signal is okay. It keeps looking like the viewers drop out every once in a while, but I'm not sure if it's because of my signal or if it's because of flaky YouTube. Not really sure. I'm gonna go ahead and come out. I'm glad it looks good. I'm glad it sounds good. I have a hard time. I can't hear anything that comes through the screen, so I have a hard time knowing whether or not my, my microphone is working or if it's too loud or too quiet. And again, for this thing is the incense urn and a place to wash your hands. This is a different style, but same concept. You have the ladles with spring water coming out. Uh, and then the incense is for your head. You're supposed to wave the smoke around your head, and it's supposed to purify your thoughts before you go into the temple. Everything is about cleanliness here. The Japanese are majorly concerned with cleanliness. That's why you have no shoes in the house. That's why you wash your hands as soon as you come in. Some restaurants you go to, you take your shoes off before you sit at your table, and then when you get ready to go to the restroom, they'll have slippers for you to wear across the restaurant and into the restroom. But it's a culture that's a little different from ours. It looks like there might be a festival going on here soon, possibly this weekend, because you can see that they've got the booths are already starting to be set up. You can see up here on the rocks a pair of sandals. Once again, my favorite, 5-story pagoda. I really dig these things. I like their aesthetic. You can see there in the center is where the candle or torch would be set, and the roof would keep the rain and hopefully the wind out so that the torch would stay lit. And over here, there's going to be another temple building. This one has a sign out front that says no food, so I can't take my Big Mac in there. Bummer. But inside, you can see it's got beautiful painting. I'm not so sure about how far I can go into here either, so I'm just going to stop right here at the fence and see if we can zoom in a little bit and see this painting. And that is all gold leaf, so it's iridescent, sparkly, very pretty. This place has probably been here for 100 years, so I would imagine it's very sturdy. It is built to last. Uh, Throughout the years, of course, there would be renovations and upgrades. So at this point, from where I am right now, I have an idea of the size of this place. And there's an anchor at the bottom. So maybe a memorial for fallen war heroes. I just love these like monoliths. The aesthetic of the stone with the moss and the lichen growing on it is just so ancient Japanese to me. I really like it. And, would any good temple will definitely have a shrine to sumo. So here's a sumo wrestler, and here of his name. Names is a lot different than kanjis for language, and it's sometimes hard to decipher how the kanji is said. Like I understand the meaning of it, but the pronunciation of it is always a little difficult to figure out. Names are not easy. This is the giant bell. We've seen some of these in previous videos. It's hard to see, but those chains up there, they're suspended a long pole that they draw back and run into the bell. And they do that at certain ceremonies and certain festivals. There's the pole. And it's used to alert people to come to the temple in the olden days before everyone had smartphones, automatic reminders, phones, calendar. I mean, clock and calendar. And here we have koi pond, the little feeding pavilion where you can feed the fish. Let's take a look at some of these beautiful koi. They're so used to being fed that as soon as I walked up, they're like, "You got food? You got food for me?" Back out. Peaceful. Couldn't really think of a better place to spend a rainy Tuesday morning than with you guys here at Kawasaki Daishi. Oh, he just hit my phone. Check out the golden Buddha. Yes, he attacked Pigeon. Perhaps he was unhappy I was invading his home. Get out of here, tourist. Come back around and show you the view from this side of the koi pond. I didn't bring any bread, so he was not happy to see me. Perhaps if I had brought him a snack, he would have made peace with me. And it looks as though we have come to the end of this path. I think this just leads out to the parking lot. There are a few other statues over here we can check out. And then a big semicircle kind of space that we should probably look at. These guys are giving some sort of a tour, so I don't really want to interrupt. We'll let them move on and then we'll move in. Ohio gozaimasu. Ohio gozaimasu. The little boy looked at me like I had three heads. All right. Now, it's the parade of Buddhas. Each one of these is a different Buddha. There's going to be at least 50 of these around the corner here. This guy is the big gold Buddha. Appreciate everyone coming out for the stream. It means the world to me to be able to walk around and show you guys this stuff. This is my life now. This is where I live. This is where I've been wanting to be for a very long time. I truly believe this is where I was meant to be and where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'm in the right place. And now I get to share it with you. We have pretty much come to the end. We are at the back end of the ground, so we'll walk back out. Let's go back out, check out the Nakamize, the street of shops on the way back to the front gate. And then I'm going to have to call it a stream because I'm getting a low battery warning on my phone. I brought a charger, but when it's set up inside the gimbal, I can't really plug it in. Uh, so, but I feel like we've seen a good bit. I feel like we've seen most of it. This is a different gate that leads to a different part of the town, but it's not, it leads more out into the neighborhood and not so much the Nakamize. So we'll go back out through the big gate and walk right back down the Nakamize on my way to the train station. Oh dear. So yeah, that is Kawasaki Daishi. I've been here on numerous occasions. I came here for New Year's one year. They have a big ceremony where Someone's playing a big drum. Seems as if morning prayers are starting up. I can hear some chanting going along with the drums. Not sure how much of that you guys can pick up. All right, just got my 10% warning. So I think it's time for us to head out. Let's take one last walk down the Nakamise, and then I will bid you a fond farewell. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting the stream. I hope that you were able to get a little bit of a view of what Kawasaki is like. Kawasaki, as I was saying in the earlier stream, it doesn't seem to get as much attention as Tokyo, and I guess, well, why would it? Tokyo is, of course, Tokyo, but Kawasaki is a great city in its own right. No chanting. Yeah, I could go closer, but I'm afraid that my phone's gonna die, and I kind of want to get to the end of this stream. I'm also not sure exactly how respectful it would be to a couple of hellhounds here. But yeah, like I was saying, Kawasaki is kind of an underrated area. If you come to Japan, especially if you come visit me, we will definitely have a great time walking around Kawasaki. Um, yeah, thank you so much for coming, Ms. Jules. I appreciate you coming out and supporting the stream. I will have a good day. I actually am gonna go home and do some work, so I'm kind of like avoiding being at work right now. I've got a T-shirt design that I'm working on, but it's going well. The design's coming along well, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just to get back and finish it. These chopsticks are all based on the Chinese zodiac. So this year is the year of the dragon, but there's the snake, the ox, the ram, the monkey. There's mine, the chicken, and there's Risako's, the dog, and then the one I always buy, even though it's not my sign, Usagi. There's some other ones. That's a cool rabbit one. But this is the Nakamise. This is the street of shops. We are leaving Kawasaki Daishi. You are a dragon. You're a fierce dragon. Fierce. And this is your year. It is the year of the dragon. So as we walk out to the gate here, we'll finish up the stream. And I just want to thank you guys once again. It means so much to me to be able to hang out with you and show you my area, my hometown. Probably do another stream Thursday night, your time. It'll be Friday morning. I'm going to try to make it down to Yokohama. Yokohama is the biggest city in Kanagawa. So there's a lot to do there, a lot of different places to see. So we might as well get started seeing some of those places. I'm working on editing together a short form video right now that should come out on the channel sometime this week, I hope. And then, like I said, this weekend I'm going to a hippie festival, a camping and rock festival out up in the mountains of Nagano to shoot more content, to try to stay true to this channel's name and show you guys what Japanese tour looks like. But today's stream was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for coming. And if you came in late or you missed any part of this stream, it will be up on the channel in a few hours. It takes a while for it to be embedded and coded and uploaded, but it will be there and you can feel free to watch it. Thanks again. I appreciate everyone coming out. Ooh, Mihan. It's been a lot of fun walking around with you guys today, and I hope that you get a chance to come back and see another stream. Uh, keep your eyes open. Click that little bell on the subscribe button so that you get a notification next time I go live. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll leave you guys with some ambient sound of these wind chimes over here. Bye. All right, guys. See you later.